The first thing I revisited this time was my running jump. As I said, I wanted to make it so I could hit up at various timings while running towards the ledge and still jump perfectly from the lip. I do the check sooner now, so it looks more seamless, but I'd still like to go back and touch it up sometime in the future. Before, if I did a running jump before hitting full speed, it looked kind of weird. I've touched it up so it looks more natural. This also means you need to build up some speed before you can really do a running jump, but that's deliberate. Here's a before and after. I fixed an amusing glitch with my ledge tracking that would probably make an interesting game mechanic in its own right. Here's what it looked like before I fixed it. You can now climb down little ledges. There's still no way to climb up ledges, but I'll probably add one eventually. I want to have a kind of vault where you can either climb up or roll over medium height objects. The main thing I did this time was add a new type of surface which I'm calling a panel. These were quite common in Prince of Persia DOS. This is my first object that the player interacts with that isn't just a square. It has all the same physics that the squares have presently. Obviously they have different hitboxes from the squares. With the addition of panels, I had a lot of mechanics I suddenly had to add or adjust. For example, my character's roll is low enough to go under these. I stop a little sooner while trying to stand into one. Because I can stand beneath them, I had to adjust the leniency and movement when jumping upward to grab ledges. The backward jump motion in particular allows me to climb vertically. I also added a way to descend vertically. If there's ground directly below me, I'll just drop down. But if there's no ground below me, yet is ground in front of me, I'll drop to that instead. If you're in a big hurry to descend, you can hold backward while releasing to get the old falling mechanic. I don't know if I'll keep this in, but presently it doesn't seem to be hurting me. As of right now, I can grab lips above me during forward jumps. I think I only want this if there's a wall in front of me rather than just a ledge above, but I'm not set on this one yet. The thing I spent the longest on was my falling mechanics. I could barely write code to grab a big old block before, but now I had to find an 8-pixel ledge, so I truly had to fix my ledge grab. There's no good working tutorial for this kind of thing that I could find, and I freehanded my current system, so I had nothing to rely on but my own ingenuity. My previous system was to check 2 pixels in front of my head as I fell. The top pixel checks for empty space, and the bottom pixel checks for a wall. If there isn't a wall above, and there is a wall below, then I must have found a ledge, so I check the instance nearest my bottom pixel, and move to the edge of that instance for my ledge grab. Now I can't spread the pixels out too far, because if I do, I can hit the button late and snap upwards to grab ledges above me, so I'll teleport upward. It also simply becomes less precise, and if they're too close, they might both be outside a wall one frame, and then both be inside a wall the next frame, so they'll never actually find the ledge. As I fell for longer, I'd speed up, and this became more common, and this is all with big blocks. Now I'm finding tiny ledges which can fully exist between my 2 pixels. My solution was very simple and very graceful, though it probably won't impress many of you. Here's my new detection and my new logic. If either of the top pixels are empty, then there's free space above, true. If either of the bottom pixels are full, then there's solid below, true. And if both statements are true, then I must have found a ledge. Checking a larger area significantly increases leniency without hurting precision at all. Now, my ledge grab mechanics work very seamlessly. So let's talk about what I haven't implemented yet. In DOS Prince, you can hang onto walls infinitely and you don't swing. But if you're hanging freely, you swing and you eventually let go automatically. I also want this ledge swinging, but with infinite hanging, and I want a mechanic where you can control the swing a bit with right and left. If you jump with a lot of forward momentum, you can basically get a forward jump, even without the ground below you to jump off of. However, you won't be able to jump backwards from this swing, and with ledges like this you won't be able to face the other way, though I might eventually implement a horizontal pole that you can turn around on, and with that maybe I can get some uneven bar style movement someday. I like to think I've already started to get some cool looking movement going.